Yo, hoop fans! Your sideline sage, Tips and Streams, is lacing up once again. On deck, deep dives into the freshest NBA clashes, ready to set the planks ablaze. But before we jump the ball, be sure to hammer that subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep hooked with our sharp forecasts and prime selections. All right, let's bounce into today's NBA Crystal Ball reads. The first today's prediction is for matchup between Los Angeles Lakers and Boston Celtics. Tonight's showdown is set against the backdrop of an epic rivalry between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics, illuminating the Boston court. This game reignites a legendary feud, showcasing a battle of basketball philosophies and tactics that has fans on the edge of their seats. The Lakers, with a balanced record of 25 wins and 25 losses, are geared up to challenge the Celtics, who stand tall with a dominant season performance of 37 wins against 11 losses. The Lakers bring to the court an impressive offensive might, boasting an average of 116.20 points per game, yet they find themselves slightly in the shadow of the Celtics' scoring prowess at 120.21 points per game. The story changes when it comes to defense. The Lakers give up more points, averaging 117 points per game, than they score, exposing a weakness that the defensively strong Celtics, who allow only 110.72 points per game, are well positioned to take advantage of. While the Lakers have a superior field goal percentage at 49.23% versus the Celtics' 47.65%, Boston has the upper hand in three-point territory, shooting 37.87% against the Lakers' 36.36%. Rebound stats suggest that Boston has a firmer grip on the boards, with an average of 47.32 rebounds per game compared to the Lakers' 43.18, underscoring their superior command under the hoop. Despite the Lakers having a higher assist count per game, 28.04, compared to the Celtics' 25.72, basketball victory isn't just about ball distribution. Shooting efficiency and rebound dominance play pivotal roles. The historic clash has often seen the Lakers facing tough battles in Boston, securing a win and beating the spread in only one of their last 4 visits. Both squads have key players listed as questionable due to injuries, with the Lakers possibly missing the crucial contributions of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The Celtics might have to contend without Al Horford and Luke Kornet, which could thin out their rotation. Trend analysis reveals the Lakers' challenges in covering the spread in their encounters with the Celtics, alongside a noticeable tendency towards high-scoring road games. Meanwhile, the Celtics have been formidable at home, boasting an 18-2 win record in their last 20 home fixtures, a testament to their stronghold in Boston. The odds makers favor towards the Celtics as minus 11-point favorites, coupled with a lofty over-under set at 242 points, reflects confidence in Boston's edge. Despite both teams' offensive firepower, the prediction tilts toward a game that might not hit the 242-point mark. Given the Celtics' defensive strength, significant Lakers injuries, and the Lakers' historical struggles in Boston, it's plausible that defensive strategies will temper the scoring spree, keeping the total points under the projected total. Wrapping up, estimating the Lakers' defeat margin presents a challenge. While the Lakers have shown weaknesses, an 11-point advantage for LA is significant. Could Boston secure a blowout victory? Absolutely. Yet it appears Boston might be dialing down their pace. Anticipating a spirited contest, the analysis leans towards a match unlikely to surpass the 242-point threshold. Boston's defensive rigor, the Lakers' erratic away performance, and past rivalry dynamics suggest a game focused more on strategic play than a scoring frenzy. Expect a tightly contested match where defense prevails, keeping the total score below 242 points. The next today's prediction is for the game between Indiana Pacers and New York Knicks. Tonight's showdown in the heart of the Big Apple pits the Indiana Pacers against the New York Knicks in a basketball spectacle that's not to be missed. This isn't just any regular game. It's a battle between two titans of the Eastern Conference, each bringing their unique flair and strategy to the court. The Pacers, with a commendable 27-22 record, are looking to make a statement against the Knicks, who stand tall at 31-17 as both teams vie for a stronger foothold in the playoff chase. Digging into the stats, the Pacers have been on fire offensively, averaging a remarkable 124.50 points per game, overshadowing the Knicks' solid 115.32 points average. But when it comes to defense, the Knicks take the spotlight, conceding a mere 109.43 points per game, a stark contrast to the Pacers' 122.79, showcasing New York's superior defensive hold. The Pacers have the edge in shooting efficiency, with a 39% field goal percentage, slightly outdoing the Knicks' 46.98%, and they maintain this advantage in three-point territory as well. Rebounds could turn the tide in tonight's clash, with the Knicks dominating the boards at 46.09 rebounds per game compared to the Pacers' 48.1, potentially giving them more opportunities to dictate the game's rhythm. The assist stats highlight the team's contrasting styles. The Pacers' 30.98 assists per game point to their collaborative play, while the Knicks' 24.06 suggest a preference for solo drives. Injury updates could significantly influence the game's direction. The Pacers face uncertainty, with Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Smith, T.J. McConnell, and Benedict Mathurin possibly sitting out, which could disrupt their offensive synergy and bench strength. The Knicks, missing key players like Julius Randle and OG Anunoby, might find their defensive and scoring depth challenged. The recent form of both teams hints at an intriguing contest. The Pacers have consistently outperformed expectations with a 13-4-3 record against the spread in their last 20 games, while the Knicks have been unstoppable, boasting a 6-0 record against the spread in their recent matchups and an 8-0 straight-up record in their last 8 games, showcasing their formidable momentum. Despite the Pacers' scoring ability and their knack for covering the spread, the Knicks' defensive rigor and home advantage suggest they have the upper hand, with the Knicks excelling in rebounds and defensive intensity. They're well positioned to capitalize on the Pacers' injury woes and assert dominance on their home turf. In summary, brace for an intense, edge-of-your-seat encounter with the Knicks' defensive mastery and rebounding prowess likely leading them to outpace the Pacers and cover the 3-point spread. The game's total points are expected to fall below 242, reflecting the Knicks' defensive strength and the Pacers' offensive challenges. My call for tonight is a Knicks win, with a smart bet on the total points staying under 242 in a game defined by defensive strategies. The next today's prediction is for the game between Philadelphia 76ers and Utah Jazz. Tonight's clash between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Utah Jazz promises an electric atmosphere on the hardwood. The 76ers, flaunting a solid 29-17 ledger, are gearing up to duke it out with the Jazz, who are hovering at a 24-25 record in a battle crucial for their playoff positioning. The Jazz, wielding the home court advantage with an impressive 9-1 record in their recent home games, appear to have the upper hand, more so with their squad at full strength compared to the 76ers' injury woes. Diving into the numbers, the matchup is neck and neck. The 76ers are dropping in an average of 118.89 points per game, slightly edging out the Jazz's 117.51. Yet, the Jazz's defense is giving up more points, at 119.84 on average, than the 76ers' 112.57, setting the stage for a defensive showdown that could tip the scales tonight. Despite the 76ers having a leg up in shooting accuracy and three-point conversions, the Jazz's dominance on the boards could net them crucial extra shots. Looking at their recent head-to-heads in Utah, it's been a tightrope walk, although the 76ers have found wins hard to come by, with just 3 victories in their last 18 visits. Their recent form against the spread, 1-5 in their last 6 games, suggests they might struggle to beat the odds tonight. Injury updates are pivotal, with the 76ers missing key figures like Joel Embiid and having doubts over Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris, and Tyrese Maxey. The fully loaded Jazz, however, stand ready to leverage their depth and versatility. Considering both teams' latest performances, Utah's formidable against-the-spread record, and their stronghold at home, the scales tip in favor of the Jazz. They're not just poised to win, but also likely to outpace the 4-point spread set by the odds makers. The over-under at 234.5 points presents a challenge, but given both squads' offensive prowess and the Jazz's defensive slips, betting on a high-scoring affair seems plausible. In sum, expect the Utah Jazz to leverage their home advantage and the 76ers' defensive shortcomings to secure a win and cover the spread. With the scoring capabilities on display, it's also likely the total points will exceed expectations. Betting on the Utah Jazz to emerge victorious and cover the 4-point spread seems a wise choice. The last prediction for today is for the matchup between Cleveland Cavaliers and Memphis Grizzlies. Tonight's matchup presents an electrifying battle between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Memphis Grizzlies. Set in the vibrant city of Memphis, this game promises to be a spectacle, given the mixed outcomes of their recent clashes. The Cavaliers, with a solid season tally of 29 wins and 16 losses, face the Grizzlies, who are lagging with an 18-29 record. This encounter is particularly captivating as the Cavaliers, despite their commendable record, have struggled in back-to-back games this season, only clinching victory on 2 out of 6 such occasions. Digging into the stats, the Cavaliers shine on both ends of the court, averaging 114 all-Zwurf points per game while holding their opponents to 109.84 points. Their shooting is on point with a 47.75% field goal and a 35.90% three-point success rate. Their prowess in rebounding, averaging 45.09 per game, underscores their control of the play. In contrast, the Grizzlies have had their challenges, scoring an average of 107.80 points per game and conceding 112.83 points. Their shooting percentages trail the Cavaliers, standing at 44.05% from the field and 34.53% from beyond the arc, reflecting the uphill struggle they face in matching their opponent's intensity. Yet, the Grizzlies' tenacity is noteworthy, particularly their impressive 5-0 run against the spread in their last 5 outings. The Cavaliers, despite their superior standing, navigate hurdles, including their recent back-to-back games and a significant injury list which might hamper their performance. Historically, matchups in Memphis slightly favor the Cavaliers, with a slight edge in victories and covering the spread in 4 of the last 5 meetings. However, injuries on both sides, with the Cavaliers missing key players like Tristan Thompson and Ty Jerome, and the Grizzlies without stars such as Ja Morant and Desmond Bane, inject a degree of unpredictability into tonight's game. Considering the Cavaliers' strong seasonal showing and their ability to cover the spread on the road, they might appear as the favorites. Nevertheless, the Grizzlies' recent form, their eagerness for a comeback, and the Cavaliers' potential weariness from their schedule slightly tip the balance. Despite being the underdogs and facing roster challenges, the Grizzlies have displayed a fighting spirit that could capitalize on the Cavaliers' current vulnerabilities. Factoring in the home advantage and the Grizzlies' resolve, along with a statistical edge in shooting efficiency and rebounding for the Cavaliers that could be offset by their recent challenges, the prediction slightly favors the Memphis Grizzlies to not only put up a strong fight, but also to cover the plus 6-point spread. This suggests a closely contested game, with the Grizzlies poised to defy the odds. To wrap up, while the Cavaliers boast a formidable lineup, the blend of their schedule-induced fatigue, injury woes, and the Grizzlies' resilience against the spread hints at Memphis, covering the 6-point spread, offering a savvy pick for those betting against the norm. The game's total points are anticipated to be closely contested, with a lean towards the under, reflecting both teams' defensive strengths and the Cavaliers' recent trend of controlling the scoring.